Hello, citizens of the internet. Welcome to the Dad's Guide to Minecraft, FireTamers SMP, Season 2. Well, in today's episode, we have a great one. If you're interested in the Create mod, it's one of my favorite mods and the whole planet. It's fantastic. I am going to take you through how to get started from the very first thing, which is making Andesite Alloy, and take you through how to make all the starting machines to get things going in your world, how to make a mechanical press, a mechanical mixer, how to make a millstone. And then I'm going to show you how to do things with washing, smelting, and smoking using the mechanical fans. And in between all that stuff, I'm also going to show you how to make two of the main rotational force power generators, the water wheel and the windmill. So if getting started in Create sounds like a plan, then let's get started. Okie dokie. As you can see, the details are not done on this structure yet. We can go inside here. But my ideas are going to be that we're going to make this the main storage area. Weird. I heard like a... I hear those ender eye things. Are they up here? Huh. Maybe outside. And we are going to have an external walkway that goes down right here that we can come up into this area. But mostly down below here is where all of the little tools we're going to be working on today are. Now, it's all going to be powered eventually through having some of the better rotational force generators, the windmill and the steam engine. But for now, we're going to power this with a couple water wheels just to get going. And just so we're all on the same page, because Create, as they update, they change recipes and stuff like that. I am in Create 0.5.1e specifically. So some of this stuff may be different than what you are seeing in the future. That may be a different update that you're using. It's different than the ones that we've done in the past. For example, the water wheels just generate certain amounts of rotational force. You can't actually add things to it to make it create more additional rotational force, from what I understand. We could do some experiments to see if that's true. Yeah, that's where we are. So let's go ahead and make some andesite alloy. So for this, clear this out a little bit here. As you can see, I have all my stuff from the little time lapse still in there. Fresh thing that was just done. We're gonna grab our iron nuggets. All right, so we need a stack of iron nuggets, and we're gonna need andesite. So let's grab a stack of andesite as well. And this will be what we use to kind of start off making andesite alloy. So until we build a mixer, a mechanical mixer, we need to make andesite this way, and we basically, for this amount of materials, just makes one of these, right? So we'll be able to get 32 andesite alloy out of this. If we threw 64 andesite and 64 nuggets into a mechanical mixer, we get 64 andesite alloy. So that's what we want to do as soon as possible. So go ahead and grab that, and we made our first advancement here. Okay, and we are going to need to do a couple things too. One is we take strip logs, all right, and I could do this quicker with a cutting board because I have Farmer's Delight on here, but I'll just show you this real quick too. You just put these down like this. We'll go ahead and make quite a few of them down like that. Okay, and then we strip them all. They have to be stripped in order for this to happen, all right? And this works with any of the alloys that we will have, like brass and copper. You need to strip the log first, and then you click down the alloy on top of here, and it makes it into an andesite casing, a copper casing, a brass casing. It's pretty simple. Okay, so let's go ahead and just hit all of these right here. Like so, and that gets us started decently. I mean, we'll probably need to make more. It's amazing how much you use andesite casings early on. So we'll just go ahead and grab all this. All right. And we're also going to need to make our water wheels, like I mentioned before. And for this, we need shafts. So we'll get our shafts right here, put them in the middle, and we surround it by just regular old planks, and that gets us a water wheel. So we're actually going to need a couple of these because, let's see, how many do I want here? 5 maybe? Can I do 5? I can't do 5, I can do 4. Or no, I can do 4. There we go. Yeah, we'll need more than that. We'll do 5 to start off with. And like I said, we'll probably just use these, you know, just till we get started, and then I'll switch to another rotational force. We're also going to need some cogs and some large cogs. So for those, more wood here. You always need wood. Wood is a main component to all of this. So small cogs, it's a shaft and a plank, and that gets you a small cog. And we're going to need actually a bunch of these, so we need some more andesite alloy. I'm going to do, let's see, that right there, because we'll need this for a couple of the machines, and we'll need them for gears. Okay, and then for large cogs, you do 2 planks with a shaft, and that gets you a large cog. And we'll also need a couple of these as well. So again, get some more wood here. Should have just made a whole bunch of wood to begin with. Always easier. Okay. We'll do 4. Get started. Okay. Oh, 5. All right, no problem. Now, what we want to do is we want to build a press. A press is the first machine that you should build when you're trying to get this started, because you'll need to press iron into sheets, and obviously press does this. So one of the components we need is we'll need a block of iron. So we'll grab that, come over to our crafting table. I grabbed a whole bunch of iron. I have to throw those back there. Then we have our andesite casing, and we have a shaft, and that gets us the press. Perfect. I also like to press down on a depot, because depots will hold whatever you throw onto it or put onto it. So to do that, you put a andesite casing and a andesite alloy above it, and that gets you a depot. So this is what we'll start off with right here. We're also going to need a couple of these turned into gearboxes. So to do that, we just surround andesite casings with cogs like this. I think we'll do 3 for right now. We get gearboxes. We'll probably need more than that, but that'll get us started. Okay, and I think what we'll do too is we'll go ahead and grab all of these things here, and we'll go ahead and move them into... Oh, there we go. Okay. Sometimes those lamps break and they cause little fires if you don't like break it first. We'll move this into the workshop so we're able to get stuff done. What else do I need to get started here? I think that might be good for now. All right. So I think, oh, I need water. I do have water in my backpack, but just 1 here. So what we're gonna do is we'll make a way in, and we'll put this will be where we put the rotational speed in. Go ahead and open this up so we can get through here. Okay. So if we have this come in here, what we'll do is we'll split out with a gearbox. Where's the gearbox? There we are. I always have a hard time when we're in inventory with create for whatever reason, because it I just can't see this stuff. It's crazy. All right, so we're gonna come off of here with the gearbox, because this is what's gonna split off everything, right? We want a shaft right here, and then we're gonna build off rotational speed to increase it, because we need it to be a little bit faster for our mechanical mixer to spin at the right speed to mix things. So off of here, because we're going to do the reverse of if we have a water wheel hooked up, which I might want to do the water wheel. See, this is the hard part. Like if I put the water wheel down, then I'm basically trying to make it to come into where I want it to. If I do it reverse, it's the right way. So I'll step you through how this works. So the reverse of what we want to do is we want to have a small cog wheel going in here, and then a large cog wheel like that. Okay, that's called gear shifting. It's an early way of doing this until you get some of the better devices to do this for you. And then we do a small gear shift off of this one right here, and a large gear shift off of this one here. But we're gonna go ahead and put an andesite casing around this so we can actually stack these things properly. Because if we do that, that still spins it, it protects this, and I can drop a large cog wheel down on here like this. Perfect. And now I'm going to have the water wheels come off of this. So we're gonna set these up here all in a row, like so. All right. And I'll put something down here on the ground because we're gonna run water straight across the bottom of these since we don't need to loop it across the top any longer. So let me go ahead and do that really quick. We put the water down here, we'll see it start to spin. There we are. That gets us our rotational speed. And see how this spins this one faster. It's attached to this and it spins this one faster. That should be enough rotational force right here, speed-wise, to get the mixer to run. If not, we can always step it up even further. But let's go ahead and put some more water down and get this spinning all the way. And there we go. All right, that is all spinning at top speed. As you see, the water comes down here, pushes the wheel spin this direction. Like I said, this is just a temporary thing until we get our better producers of rotational force set up. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to want to actually, I think, turn this into, go ahead and turn this into a vertical gearbox. Just because, and you can do that by, you can see that you put in the crafting grid, it automatically just changes the orientation of that. We'll do that. So the power goes up because we're going to want to go up and split it. All right, and we'll do a shaft going up here like this. And one more, maybe. That might be too high. Let's go ahead and check it out. So we'll put our tools right here in front of this one. And I think we'll do the mixer in front of this. So we're gonna go over just right here. So we'll have the press right here. And so we'll put a depot down and then the press on top of it. So we just basically put the depot down where we want it to go. And to put the depot down, we just crouch click. Otherwise, what it'll do is actually set it on the depot itself. This way it positions it correctly to be running the way we want it to. So we're gonna have, let's see if we can do this. We're gonna have, this is gonna be replaced by a cog. You'll understand this one in a second here because this will spin the, you know what, actually, I think what we'll do is replace both these with cogs. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. There we go. Because we'll spin the mill off of this one as well. We'll just go ahead and move that over that direction. We can actually have cogs spin down like this. There we go. We can clean this all up in a little bit and have to make some more cogs. But then we can go ahead and put one of these vertical gearboxes down as well. So we're going to transfer the rotational force like that into there. And we can see that it's spinning now. And this will allow us to press iron into sheets. But we have to do ingots first here. So we can go ahead and just do 9. So the depot will hold them down here. And the press comes down and presses the iron ingots into iron sheets. Okay, and there we go. So now we have 9 iron sheets. So we'll just need 5 of these for the mechanical mixer to make the whisk element of the mechanical mixer. Let's go ahead and throw put that right there. Crafting table down. And to make the whisk, use 5 of those sheets like that. And then 2 andesite alloy up the middle like that. That gets you a whisk. And put a whisk at the bottom, andesite casing in the middle. And then a gear, which we'll need to make a gear actually first here. Actually, I'll make a couple of these. I don't have many of these left. Or I'll have to make more of those too. I think we'll have enough to actually make... Oh, we won't, because I need a basin, so we'll have to make some more andesite alloy really quick here. So we'll put one of those up here like that. The andesite casing, the whisk below it, gets us a mixer. I need 2 more of these, so I need some more andesite. Luckily, I went ahead and mined up a ton of andesite when I was down getting materials to build all of this stuff as well. So I have a good amount in here. So we're just going to make, let's see, I just need 5. So we're going to go ahead and get some of these little nuggets first. Ooh, that was a lot more than I thought it was going to be. Never good at math. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and make 5 total. So we just need 2 more actually. 2, and then we'll do the rest that we'll need in the mixer itself. There we go. Like that. That makes a basin. And the basin goes below the mechanical mixer. So it'll go right here. Like that. And then once again, we're going to crouch click on here. And the mixer's all set up. And that should be running fast enough, I believe. So let's go ahead and throw in 60. And let's just take 60 there. That. And you just kind of chuck it in. So what I do is I'll throw the whole stack in like this. There we go. Oh. It's easier said than done sometimes. So. There we go. Okay. So that does spin at 32, which is perfect, and it is mixing up andesite right now. So we'll get a better return. So this will actually be 60 andesite that we'll get from here versus the 30 that we would have gotten just from doing a crafting table. And there we go. Okay, so we have 60 andesite alloy in there. Go ahead and grab it. So getting these 2 things set up right away is great. Now, the last of the 3 things we want to make right here is we're going to make a millstone setup. So I think last time I ended up having these all right next to each other, which was I like that design because they're all right close to each other. So I actually do think I am going to do that. I thought about maybe spacing it out so it looks better, but I do like having it close together. So let's go ahead and do that real quick here because it'll actually make setting this up easier. And this makes for a tighter design. So if you have like a smaller workshop, you actually don't need that much space to get this all set up. So just crouch click right there. And then we want the, we had before here. Where's the gearbox? Here we are. Okay, that's spinning. Okay, and now we can go ahead and put the millstone right here. So what I like to do with this is I like to go ahead and we're gonna make some barrels because I think barrels are a good way of doing this, and we're gonna make also some hoppers. You know what? I'm just gonna convert all of that right there for now. So, and this. Make ourselves some nice barrels here. I'm gonna do 6 barrels. There. Close enough. All right. Now we need a couple hoppers, which means we need 2 actual hoppers. So let's do 2 chests like that. And we'll need some iron ingots. Perfect. We needed 10. All right. I'm sure you all know how to do all this stuff by now, but you know, this is how I do it. Now we need a mill. So for that, we're gonna need a cog, andesite casing, and then a stone of some kind. And I have polished granite because of the house, so I can pull that one out there, and that gets us a millstone. All right. So the millstone also uses the cog to spin. So we're gonna go ahead and throw that down like that. Okay. And we're gonna have 2 barrels. Here we are. We're gonna pop one down here. And we're gonna do one above it as well. So 2 up from here. So we're just gonna crouch click like that. It's easier to get in there. There we are. Take that out. And now we're gonna have 2 of the hoppers go in here. So this one is gonna take material out of the mill itself, right? So we're gonna pop it down like that. So it comes down here and it goes into that. Now this one is gonna go from this barrel into the mill like that. Now if we put stuff in here, it'll come through the hopper into the mill through this hopper into this barrel. So input, output. And that is a nice little tight design there for these 3 things you'll need initially. And we're going to go ahead and probably right here is where I'm going to put the washing stations and stuff like that, which is what we'll do next. Because the reason why the millstone becomes important early game is you need slime. And before, when we had slime islands, it was easy to get slime. In this mod pack, we don't have the slime islands because that was a part of Quark, and Quark is not in 1.20.1 yet. So we need to make slime, and Create has an easy way of making slime using wheat and then washing wheat. But before we get that going, I'm going to go ahead and get everything that we need together to get the washing stations going as well. So let me gather those materials and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have some of the kelp cooking in here because we're going to need dried kelp for mechanical belts. That'll be useful for us to get rotational power moved over from here over to here without using too many of the gearboxes and whatnot. So let's go ahead and we need to make a couple more of these pressed sheets so we can make propeller blades for the mechanical fan that will blow the air for the hot air, the wet air, and the cooking air up for the different smelter, washer, and cooking stations that we'll put right here. I think let's go ahead and get rid of this for now. Well, and put this against the wall. I think we're going to put this against the wall. I think that's the smart thing to do here. Or do I want to go opposite? Do I want to do it over on this side? Yeah, you know what? I think I actually do want to go over here. So we're going to put it down here. And I'm going to go ahead and clear out this space below. I know I have my shovel somewhere. There we are. So the way this is going to work is at this level, we're going to have a depot above this. It just protects us. It makes it easier to put stuff down on. And then below that is going to be the source of what's going to be the mechanical fan is going to be blowing. So and lava, we'll have lava, a campfire, and water. And once we get soul soil, we can do haunting, which is also very cool. So I should go ahead and just add that station over here too for now. Okay, so we have the mechanical fan right here, and then we have rods below it that we'll need to spin. All right, so this is about as deep as we need it to go. So let's go ahead and clear this all out. Okay, so let's go ahead and make these fans. So you just need an andesite alloy in the middle, do 3 of them, and then on each of the sides here, we're gonna put down the pressed iron, and then it gets us the fans. Then we want casings and we need shafts. So we actually need some more shafts here. Let's go ahead and get those real quick. We'll make a couple more of those because we'll need more. Go forward. All right, so shaft in the back like that. And then 3 casings and then 3 fans. That gives us the encased fans. Perfect. Okay. Now, let's see if we can put these down right here. Remember, we're going to have the material that we're going to be like blowing with these fans. So let's see if we can crouch, put it down. Nope. We don't want to crouch, put it down. This is going to drop down, I bet. Yep. All right. Might be easier to do it down here, actually. We can crouch, put it up then. Maybe, we'll see. So it'd be right here like that. There we are. Okay. See the arrows pointing up. That's the direction we want it to go. Like that. So when you crouch, put stuff down, it puts it down facing the opposite way to you. If you just regular put it down, it puts it down facing at you. So just something to know when you're building these. Let's get our shafts here. Those down like that. And then the center one right here is what we'll use to spin off of this, like so. Yeah. And if we want to, actually, this will probably work out better. Let's go ahead and put this in the ground across here, and we can put a trapdoor or something over top of it if we want to kind of clean it up. Okay. Quick spin down like this. There we are. And we can always raise and lower this as we need it. Then we need to go ahead and make our mechanical belts. So come back up here. These are done cooking. And I need space now in my backpack. Okay, there we are. Go ahead and make 5 mechanical belts. Perfect. Come down here, and we're going to transfer rotational force. You click on one of the shafts that you want, and you click on the other one that's spinning, and that'll transfer the rotational force. And then we're going to spin this, and if it's not going the right direction, we can easily change this. Oh, so right now it's blowing up. You can see the particles blowing up. Perfect. So now all 3 are blowing up. That's exactly what we want. All right, that worked out well. If it's not, for whatever reason, you can drop in another gearbox here or here, and that'll change the direction that the wind is blowing. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's make a couple depots really quick here. 3 depots. 2, 3. There we are. And then we're going to bring these down like so. Okay. And what I found is, obviously if you put water and lava next to each other, usually it turns into obsidian or, cobblestone, depending on how that works. So what I'll do is I drop the campfire in the middle of the 2, like that. And this will stop them from interacting with each other. So we'll do the lava on this side, and we'll do the water on this side. And as you can see, the particles that go up here, like if I were to step on this or this right here, I take damage. That is why we have depots like this. I think you still take damage on top of these. Oh no, okay, that's why I did it. I knew there's a reason why I did it. It's mainly because I kept on jumping on top of these things and taking damage, and that was not good at all. But we can, basically this becomes like a smelter. So I can put cobblestone on top of here, and it turns it into smooth stone. It's a great way, and I can also put like ores on top of here, and I can show you real quick. Where is, go ahead and take 32 of these. I throw it on here like that. It'll go ahead and turn those into ingots. There you go. See? And you don't have to use fuel to do that, which is fantastic. All right. But we need slime, right? So, and to make slime and create, you need 2 things. You need dough and you need lime dye. So to get lime dye, what we can do is we can throw these poppies into the millstone. And what'll happen is it turns it into red dye and occasionally a piece of green dye. Since we don't cactus, this is going to be the easiest way for us to go ahead and get green dye. So we're going to throw those in there for right now. And the millstone will work, and it'll turn it into, like I said, red dye and occasionally a green dye. We're also going to throw wheat in here as well. Wheat will turn into wheat flour, and if we wash the wheat flour on the washing station, it becomes dough. All right, so let's go back in here, and I have barrels. We're gonna put the barrels above this. I'll get that off there in a second. There we go. And we can also do another set of barrels up there if we want to. I just like to use this for storage of stuff that I go ahead in these stations. And also we can make some labeling here, because we'll want to label these so we know which one's which. It's easy to always tell the smoker right there, and I usually put the smelter on this side and the washer on this side. So I know, but for other people that are coming in here and using it, we'll want to go ahead and make it easy for them to tell which is which. Let's go ahead and check this out real quick. Okay, see, we got some green dye. It doesn't make much. It's a low percentage chance, but that'll be what we need right there. It'll be perfect. So actually, let's go ahead and take this, and we can go ahead and turn this into lime green dye. Quick. By doing that. There we go. Wait for that wheat to come through. And there we have our wheat coming through here. Wheat flour. Wait for that to convert all of that over. And we did end up getting, out of the 3 stacks of poppies we threw in there, we got 12 of the green dye, which is, that's pretty good. I think I think we'll go ahead and leave this as green dye for now. This will be plenty for the lime dye. Okay, and we got double the amount of wheat flour that we put in. I think, I'm pretty sure we just put 8 in there. But if we go ahead and wash this wheat flour, this becomes dough. There we are. And then if you cook the dough, so if we go ahead and just took one of these, this is a great way of making food, by the way. Because one piece of wheat then becomes like, or even half a piece of wheat. I can't, did I only put like half in there? I cannot remember what I put in there, but, oh, see that? I put it on the wrong one. This is the cooker. This is why I end up putting signs up there, because even though I told you that I do everything, because of all this stuff, I just get distracted and I don't pay attention to that stuff so much. But yeah, so basically if we cook this now, this becomes a piece of bread. We can eat. Delicious. Actually, I could use another one of those. Okay, now that we have our slime, we can come over to the crafting table and make super glue, which is 2 slime balls like this, an iron nugget, and an iron sheet. And that gives us super glue. And we're gonna need that to put some things together going forward. So I think one will do, but yeah, I'll just do one for now. We're also gonna want to make some tools. So I went ahead and I pressed some golden sheets here. 2 most important tools in Create that you can have are a wrench and engineer goggles. So for a wrench, you use 3 iron sheets, or 3 gold sheets, a cog, and then a stick, like a geo wrench. And this makes it so you can change the directions of certain machines and also adjust the orientation speeds of certain things, and over linear chassis adjust how many things can attach to it, and also create contraptions and machinery without taking durability away, which is really important. Now for the engineer's goggles, we need 2 blocks of glass, string, and then for the bridge of the nose, the gold sheet like this. Okay, and this takes the place of your helmet here. So put that there like that, and now I have double goggles. But now when I look at certain things, I can see how many stress units are being used, which is very important when you're trying to troubleshoot what's going on with machinery. We come out here, we can see that each one of these water wheels is producing 256. So we can do 256 times 5. And as we can see inside here, let me just get in real quick. We got 256 for the press, 128 for the mechanical mixer, and 128 here. So basically we're just using about 2 windmills, or 2 water wheels worth of stress units. And then each one of these fans down here is taking up 64. So we don't quite have another of the water wheels. So we actually have 2 more water wheels worth, 2 plus water wheels worth of rotational force out there. But we're gonna go ahead and we're actually gonna make a windmill on top of this structure that's going to spin. And I went ahead up here and just added a place for this to come down. And we're gonna put a windmill bearing here that we can easily turn on and off. And then that's going to power the whole windmill that goes up through the center here like that. So let's go ahead and get these things built really quick. Oop, out here like that. Okay, so for the windmill bearing, we need down here we actually will need a spruce slab, or a slab like that. And I think we need a stone and then a shaft. Yep, and that is the windmill bearing. Perfect. Okay, and then we also need windmill sails, which, if I remember this one correctly, I think it sticks like this, then wool, and then andesite down here like that, and that gets us 2 each. So let's go ahead and convert a bunch of these. 46 4, so that would be 12 and 11, so we need a little bit more than that. Let's see. That'll get us 12 on each side. I don't think that's actually going to be enough for what I'm planning. Let's see. I think I need 15 per side. So, all right, this should be enough. Now, part of these I'm going to make not have the sail on the inside of here, that just be the frame itself for decoration purposes. I also am going to need a ton of slabs as well. So let's go ahead and just put some slabs here like this. More than that. That should be enough. All right. All right, you should be able to use the wool coming up here, and then it actually acts as a sail too. Let's see if we can do this here. We'll have to stick these together. Pop that down like that. Okay. And we are going to add the wool, but we're going to need to glue these together. So the best way to do this is take the super glue in your offhand like that. Now everything we place down should be glued together. So if we pop this down on top of here, you'll see how it squishes like that. That means it's gluing together. I probably should have gone straight up it like that, but we'll go ahead and just do this. There we go. Okay. And we'll fix that in a second. So we'll just go up here, and do I want to go, let's do, yeah, we'll do a couple of these too, just to give it some height. There we are. And then we'll do wool again. And this is what we'll build the windmill off of. It would have to go up here, I think. Oh, and I just glued those together. That's the downside about having the glue in your offhand like that. You just kind of tend to do this. Pop that up there. Let's go ahead and take that out real quick. Okay. So off of this one here, we're going to have the regular sails. So I'm going to put this back in here. And then we're going to do another one of wool. That. And then we're going to do wood like this. There we are. And we're going to have the slabs come off of this one right here. And then we're going to do some more of the fences. Two more of the fences. Let's see if I can jump up like that. Yeah, we definitely want one more. There we go. Okay. Now, if we, let's see, I probably should have stayed up there more or less. I'm gluing those together again. That's the only downside. The only downside to this is having this come across here. So let's go ahead and take that out. Okay. We're going to come off of this with slabs glued to it. And I think we're going to go, so we're going to go 10 in each direction with these, and then 5 below that. All right. And we're going to go ahead and glue off of the sides. So go ahead and put our super glue back in our hands here. Take this out here, and we're going to go out 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, maybe 8 would be good. I don't want to go too much further than this. Yeah, let's do 8 because that is going to look ridiculous if we go too much further out than that. All right, so we'll do that across here. So we'll do 8 more here. So 1. Okay, I think that'll be fine. And now what we're going to do is, so we need all these sails like we thought we'd need here. What direction is this going to spin? I think it was spinning that direction, right? Is what it showed. So yeah, this will work. So what we want to do is put the sails. Let's see if we can do this. Nope. And I also need to take that super glue back out because we actually don't need the super glue with the sails. They actually will stick on stuff as is, but I think we need to kind of come up here first. One more up here. So really just need to get one started in the right direction. There, okay. There we are. Still glued it on there because of that, but now you can see we can go ahead and add these across here. So so we're actually going to go 7 out. Gotta love scaffolding. There we go. And then we're going to go ahead and add them coming down. We'll do this like this. And a little trick you can do, I think you can do this, is if you use the wrench. Now we got to do it beforehand. So if we crouch click, take these off. We're actually going to make these just frames, and they'll work exactly the same. So go ahead and put them in here. This is the frames. And now we can go ahead and add these down. There, like that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do this same design across every side. And you want to make sure that you have these kind of just so they're facing the right direction, just so it looks kind of cool. Okay, so if this goes according to plan, I should be able to hit this and it'll start spinning. But I'm going to go ahead and turn off the rotation right now down here, just so we don't break something as well. So we're just going to go ahead and take this one out. And that should shut down everything going on here. I just realized something that I will have to do is speed this up. So I'll probably have to do the step up right here. There we are. It needs to be open hand. There we are. Okay. It is spinning. Now what kind of rotational force are we getting for this? 3,000. So we were like at 1,200 stress units before. Now we're at over 3,000. That is going to be great, but we are going to have to step this up because it is moving at a glacier speed. Let's go out and see what this looks like on the outside as well. I had this idea what it would look like in my mind, but you know how sometimes that doesn't work out the way you think it's going to. No, it looks pretty cool. That is what I was going for. Yay. Cool. All right. Now let's go ahead and get that sped up. And I'm going to go ahead and take this all down here too, because we no longer need the water wheels out here. This was, like I said, just a temporary solution to get us started with our windmill. Well, you know what? We're going quite long in this episode, so I think we're going to call it to an end right here. If you enjoy what you've seen, like to see more from the Dad's Guide in the future, you know what to do. Click that like button, smash the subscribe button, and press that notification bell. So we did a lot in this episode. We built a base. I showed you how to create from the very first thing, which is making andesite alloy, all the way up to making all of the starter machines and 2 types of rotational force power generators that you will need to get started in the Create mod. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. And I'm a huge fan of this setup. It's very clean. You can make it in a small space. And I have room for other things in here, which is perfect. Perfect. But I was ambitious when we started, and I thought we'd do a lot more today. This is already a 45-minute episode, so for everybody's own safety and security and screen time limits, I'm gonna call it here. So until next time, this has been Dad's Guide, and bye for now.